Our other top story, LA leaders and the faith community paying tribute to Reverend Doctor Cecil Murray. Welcome to KCAL News at 5 on CBS Los Angeles. I'm Tom Wade.
And I'm Leslie Marin. As we've told you, Murray died Friday at the age of 94, leaving behind a legacy of compassion and service. And
Murray was instrumental in calming Angelenos in the aftermath of the 1992 riots. KCAL News reporter Lauren Pozen is live outside Fame Church in West Adams, where Murray preached for decades. Lauren.
Well, Tom, people are still processing Reverend Murray's death, and that's why today local leaders and worshipers made it a point to make sure his legacy lives on. Now, I want to show you across the street from the church are these flowers that people have put out for him here. And again, this church, there's so much history with Reverend Murray, and that's why people want to make it a point to make sure he's remembered.
The Reverend Doctor Cecil Chip Murray on the other evening gained his wings.
Worshipers, along with current and local leaders, took a moment during Sunday's service to pay tribute to the influential pastor and civil rights leader, Dr. Cecil Chip Murray, who died on Friday from natural causes.
It's with a heavy heart, but also with a bright light, because you just think of all that he contributed to our world.
You remember that in the midst of bad times, you have a good God.
Murray served as pastor at First African Methodist Episcopal Church for nearly 3 decades, attracting high-profile visits like from former presidents. Murray led the church in feeding the hungry and helping the homeless. He was also instrumental in helping LA heal in the aftermath of the 1992 riots.
As the oldest black church in Los Angeles, this sacred institution represents the heart and the soul of our city, a shining beacon of faith, of service, of inclusion. Reverend Dr. Chip Murray exemplified these values and lived them every day.
He was also the chair of the Christian Ethics in the School of Religion at USC and chair of the Cecil Murray Center for Community Engagement. He trained more than 1,000 faith leaders in the Murray Method, which focused on handling community need by moving from what he called description to prescription.
And you have been called as God's keeper. Yes. The keeper of God's house.
He put people over politics. He could have gone on and been a very famous celebrity kind of person, but he chose to serve at his local church every day faithfully, and then even when he became employed at USC, he served faithfully.
Reverend Dr. Smith heads up the programming for the center at USC. She says Murray always put people first, a quality that not only changed the people he touched, but the city he served.
Before he talks about budgets or before he talks about contracts, he would ask CEOs and, presidents and leaders, how's your wife? How's your children? How's the cancer? How can I pray for you? He saw you. And that's what makes his legacy so phenomenal.
And if you're wondering how Reverend Murray got his nickname Chip, well, that was his wife. She died in 2013. His survivors include his son, Drew. Reporting live in West Adams, Lauren Pozen, KCAL News.